Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about the path of the racket. When you see a shot with a whole stroke, it's quite difficult to see or to discern what exactly is happening when the racket hits the ball. And when you will see a slow motion of a hit of a racket hitting a tennis ball, you will see that the racket is not moving, not changing the angle this way or this way. So it's just going straight. And so it's one thing to explain to someone keep the racket straight, but it's another thing to actually have them feel that. So I'm going to show you a simple exercise that helps you feel the path of the racket. And you will simply hold the racket like this. So you're like this, and you're going to push the racket forward into the ball, and then another step will be also to spin the ball or to roll the ball. So you'll be playing like this, you're holding the racket like this, and then just pushing the ball forward and rallying. Okay, so now when you rally, you just want to direct the ball. You can choose your direction. I want to send the ball this way, or I want to send the ball this way. And then you also decide, I want to roll the ball. So you can feel the racket path, which is going straight, and you're also rolling the ball. And I suggest that you try and use a lot of ground, because you don't have your arm to swing, so you have to really give the ball some impulse from the ground. Okay, so what is the next idea is basically to think that you just have to move around your racket to this side. So I'm now on my backhand side, and I have to keep the same path of the racket. So I want to move my racket exactly the same as here. So I will just move to the side, like imaginary, and I want my racket to move like this. Okay. So now I want to move my racket exactly the same at first to feel, and I want to still feel the ground. And I have good feel or good awareness of my racket, so I don't want to follow through first or do a backswing. I'm just trying to do exactly the same motion. And once I have this motion, I can just add a little bit of energy to the ball, and then I can release after I have done the correct racket path. So it looks like this. And then I still want to use the ground. And I just keep in mind the racket path on the ball. You don't have to worry about technique. All you want to do is to have generate some force to the ball, so you don't start from zero. So the backswing is basically just automatic, and you just want to have some force. And then after you hit the ball, you can release, and the follow through just happens. Okay, so here we go. So I'm focusing only on the path of the racket on the ball, and then I release. Here's an example of working on the racket path with my friend Sasha. And as you can see, we're using the same exercise, rolling the ball with two hands. So pushing the racket forward and looking to roll the ball. Here's one exercise that we also did for a while, and that's choking up on the racket, holding half grip. That's because when you see the racket handle on the other side of your hand, you have a much better idea of how your racket is moving through the air. And this is the final sequence where Sasha is just imagining this same racket path going through the ball. So although his backhand was good even before, he was hitting shots much cleaner now. Okay, now before I was holding the racket like this, so this translates for a right-hander, translates to a backhand. So it's a good idea to just turn the racket around and have this feel first, and then this will translate to a forehand. So let's see how this looks like. Okay. So I just want to hit some balls like this to get the feel. I'm aware of the racket pad that goes straight forward, and I'm just trying to rotate the ball. Okay, and then I just want to imagine that I move to the side of the racket. So, and the racket has to move the same way, so I'll have to do this only with my right arm. So first I just want to copy the movement, meaning I have really good awareness of the racket. I can really watch the racket if I want. So just want to watch the ball, and then I watch the racket so that it's moving forward and up. And once I hit a few balls like this, I just want to add a little bit of force. I do that and I release. So, and I release. So all I'm focusing is on what the racket does to the ball. I want to add some energy, and I can add energy from the ground, and then I release. And then in time I just want to do this more and more comfortable, because this is a little bit awkward and a little bit stiff, but that's just an idea, and then eventually it just translates into a comfortable forehand. The key is though that you're not too conscious or too mechanical with this movement. At first, yes, because you need to have a good idea, but eventually it's just in your mind. So you just imagine how the racket hits the ball, and you make it very short in your mind, and you just accelerate over the ball. So this is too conscious and too mechanical and too body-like, so it's just in the mind. So I just want to imagine, hop, and I go. I still imagine what the racket does to the ball. I want to add some energy, and I release. And that's how you will hit a clean ball, and you will have really good control of the direction and spin. And all you have to do is just imagine the contact, the racket path with the ball. So you're not thinking about movements or preparation or follow through, because it all happens. Preparation is nothing else than just storing some energy into the ball, and follow through is nothing else than releasing. So you don't have to think exactly where you're going. You just want to do what you need to do on the ball, and you release. Okay, let's see how this looks from the side view. So you will see the racket path when I'm holding the racket with both hands, and then I'll translate to one hand, and eventually you'll see that in this moment or in this area the racket moves the same. So let's try with two hands. So the racket moves straight ahead, and it's not changing angle. So changing angle would be this, that's changing angle. So we don't want to change the angle of the racket, we want to hit straight forward. And I can also imagine that I want to roll the ball. So if I now translate this to one hand, I'll try to do the same. So the racket moves like this. And always very important, use the ground. The main energy comes from the ground. So once I have this path of the racket, I can just add more energy and release after the contact. but in my mind I still have a very clear idea how the racket moves at the point of contact. Alright, let's look at the racket's path exercise from the backhand side. So again, I'm just pushing the ball forward. Trying to roll the ball a little bit. Okay, and I will just try and translate this to my backhand side. First, I just want to do exactly the same. And then I just want to add some energy and release. Okay. This exercise is good for everyone who wants to clean up their shots, which means for most of us the racket is not really steady at the point of contact and we might be pushing it too much forward with the wrist. So this exercise is really good for all those wristy players that want to slap the ball or have some problems, or on the backhand they want to do too much of this. So you just do a few exercises of this, a few minutes, and then just release. And of course, this is not a 1-minute trick that's going to work permanently after you've done one exercise. This should probably be done at least for 2 weeks, or every now and then, just to clean up your shots. Just get the feel for the racket like this, copy with one hand and then let go, and you'll have a much better contact with the ball and a much cleaner hit.